What's up everyone? Just going to do a video on going over in a little bit more detail what I'm doing for the engine and transmission. Not going to cover the accessory drive because I've already touched on that in other videos, but in general, just a brief overview. I guess I'll start with fuel. I got a Walbro fuel pump, have a stock OEM regulator, and then I have an inline fuel pump, or a fuel filter. Actually, that's not even the one I'm going to use. I have a billet one around here somewhere as well that I'm going to use instead. Decided to go with long tube headers. These ones are from CX Racing, I believe. Overall, they're good quality. They are pretty expensive. They're not coated, and honestly, I think they could have done better with how it's done. I mean, there's some big fat welds on the inside of these things. I'm not sure if it'll focus on here, but I definitely need to do some cleanup on the inside flange of these headers to make sure that they flow correctly. On the motor, I am going to do the LS6 intake. I've gone a few different ways with this, and this is what I'm going to land on for right now. So to fit this intake on, some of you might know, some of you might not, it does require use of some longer bolts, the LS6 length bolts. I got some from like Rogue Bolt Company, I believe. Also doing the billet, some black billet fuel rails. I'm doing the stock LS6 injectors. And this is, by the way, this is a iron block aluminum head 6-liter LQ4 motor. Eventually I'm going to do a cam and might do some other crazy stuff, but right now I really just want to get it running and in the car, so I'm going to leave it as is. The transmission I got from a 2005 GTO, I believe, that had been rolled. Transmission's in great shape, only has like 40,000 miles on it. Decided to go with an MGW shifter. Did some research online, lots of good things, you know, people are saying about these shifters. I like it a lot. Looks good, feels good, it looks like it's going to last a long time. Had to get a new OEM bell housing for this. I have a LS7 flywheel in there right now. I also have the LS7 clutch from Luck and the LS7 pressure plate. And I have a new slave cylinder. All of that, you know, quick fittings and all that is going to come off in favor of... Over here, we have this braided, you know, clutch line kit from McLeod. That, along with this banjo fitting right here, is going to connect this 13/16 Willwood master cylinder, which I'm going to mount shortly after this. That'll replace those quick fittings and get this all mounted up to the transmission and take care of that side of it. What else? Oh, for this LS6 intake, I have 3 throttle bodies. I was originally planning on using this LS3, you know, larger throttle body with a larger intake as well. Decided not to go that route right now due to known issues with getting this to open all the way using the truck wiring harness. There are some adapter kits, but I talked to my electronics guy and he definitely did not recommend it, and has, you know, known people that have tried it and it didn't go well. At max, they only get about 90% opening with this, which, you know, maybe I'll mess with that later, but for now, I think I'm just going to rock the stock throttle body from the truck. I do also have the LS6 throttle body as well. Kind of being lazy, the wiring harness is already done for the truck. I think that's it right there. Throttle body. So yeah. ECU's already flashed, tuned, and everything with a, you know, base tune for this. Removes, you know, all the junk off there for GPS tracking, emissions, all that for this car, and should be good to go. Just have to wire it up. It's already pre-wired for the LS6 injectors that I'm running. What else? Oh yeah, so I guess after these CX headers for the exhaust, I'm gonna go a 2-into-1 right now. Down there, I'm gonna custom fabricate it myself. I have some stainless tubing around here and gonna go that route. Probably gonna run a high flow cat as well, just to make sure we don't have any of the gas fumes coming out. And then haven't decided on what muffler to run, but potentially a Borla Race or one of the Borla series mufflers. Not sure yet. What else? I do have this Champion 3-core aluminum radiator and then a large Champion cooling fan there that I'm going to run. Should be pretty solid and have no problem cooling the setup. I think that wraps it up for right now. If you have any questions about anything engine trans related, or want any info about how I selected what I did, please let me know. Thanks.